Welcome back to college basketball imperialism. Today we have 102 teams remaining. Here's a current look at our map. I can zoom in. We have Maine up there. Dartmouth is doing pretty well. North Dakota, the state of North Dakota, both teams are still in it. Penn State's still in it. North Carolina sliding right in there. Virginia Tech's dominating. Kansas is dominating. St. Louis, St. Thomas, Minnesota. Florida State, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, Abilene Christian, Texas A&M. All these teams are doing incredible, as well as Wyoming, Arizona. All of them are doing very well as we are at part 10. I cannot believe we have been doing this for this long. So there might only be 10 parts, but how long have we been doing this series? It's got to be over a month by now. So, yeah, probably about a month and a half to 2 months. Insane. But let's get straight into this episode. So we spin this wheel, and whatever team it lands on will be playing. Then we spin the arrow to see which direction they'll be attacking. So say we get Montana here. Then we go over to this arrow and we spin it. And it goes straight to the left. So then we go look at the map, and we can see that they do hit the side of Boise State here, so we have a good matchup to start. Both teams have a lot of land. So I simulate the game here, and then we go down, and Boise State pulls it off, wins by 4 points. Very close game, low scoring as well. So now Montana is off the map. And Boise State has a massive pickup as they take over the entire state of Montana, and we are off to a great start this episode. So we're at 101 teams as Montana is eliminated. So we spin this again and land on Colorado State, who has the smallest land remaining, I do believe. That might not be true, but it's pretty close. So let's see who they'll be attacking. They're surrounded by quite a few big teams, and they're gonna go northwest. And that will pin them against Wyoming here, and they have a big chance here to take over that land. But if they do lose, then Wyoming's not going to pick up very much. So now let's see how this game went. Oh, Colorado State dominated. Oh, won by 14, and this is huge. And would you look at this, a new dark horse has risen, risen. A new dark horse has risen. Just to clarify, there is a little school here. Their colors are very similar to Colorado State. Just wanted to point out they are not the same. This is not Colorado State's territory. So just note that for the future. So let's spin the wheel again. Alright, we are definitely getting to see who the best teams are and who could have a shot at winning it. Alcorn State, I do not believe they've played yet. So we'll have to see if they can prove themselves and win this game. Let's see who they play. It's gonna go northwest. So let's see who that is. And they are going to be taking on the behemoth Texas A&M over here. If they can win this, this will be huge. And another favorite to win it will be eliminated, as we've already seen 2 eliminated so far today in the 2 games. So this is a big game, and let's see how it went. Texas A&M is going to end up winning by 8, but Alcorn State, props to them for keeping it semi-close. So Texas A&M gets a little more land, and Alcorn State is out. And we are now in the top 100 teams left. But there are still quite a few teams who have not played yet due to how small of territory they have. But hopefully they'll get to play soon. San Francisco has already played, but they'll be going again. And let's see which direction they'll be going. They'll be going straight south. And I believe this was a little tough, but I think I'm going to put them against St. Mary's here. This could be a very close game. San Francisco versus St. Mary's. Ooh, it was a very close game. The underdog wins it. See, St. Mary's was favored by 11 points here, but San Francisco ends up winning by 3. Wow. And San Francisco takes over a little spot of land here, as we are awaiting San Jose versus San Francisco, the battle of the yellow teams. But we'll see when that happens. For now, I have to put this little black thing here so you can tell whose territory is whose. With 99 teams left, we spin the wheel again. And be sure to stick to the end of this video, as I feel like some more major teams will be eliminated today. Pacific will be playing. I don't know if they've played yet. Let's see where they'll be attacking. It'll go southeast a little bit. And they will be taking on Morgan State, it looks like. I'm going to be honest with you, I did not even know Morgan State was on this map. But I was a little confused because I could not find Pacific, because their name is Pacific, but they're literally on the Atlantic Ocean. That doesn't make much sense. But anyways, Pacific versus Morgan State. Let's get into it right now. So Pacific will be taking on Morgan State, and oh my gosh, yeah, they won by 39, Pacific. But here's the thing, that was exactly what we expected it to be. They were favored by 39 points. That's insane. Morgan State is out of here. Pacific takes over a small bit of territory there. I honestly don't know if Morgan State is on the wheel, so if the count of teams left stays at 99, that is why I found out they are not on the wheel. Yeah, I do not believe Morgan State is on the wheel. So, still at 99 teams, we spin again. And we will be going Providence. Okay, very interesting. Now let's see where they'll be spinning. Going to go, okay, they'll go south with a little bit to the east. And we've got a good game. Providence, who has not played yet, I do not believe, unless they took down a small school right here. They'll be taking on Boston, who's been dominant, won upwards of 5 games already. And Providence will probably be favored here, as they've made it pretty far in the last couple of March Madnesses. So Providence, Boston University. Yep, Providence will beat them in a pretty easy fashion. They'll win by 15. So, another big team is taken out. So, all of Boston's hard work in the past 10 episodes is gone as Providence takes all of their land. So, Boston is gone, and we spin again. And next up is gonna be Yale. Okay, Yale will be going up. Who will they be going against? They'll be going east, southeast. Okay. So Yale is right here. I don't know if you can see them. Their color is very similar to UConn. I forgot I should have made something so you can tell them apart. But they will be taking on UConn. So we can finally see who is still there and who is not. So Yale versus UConn. Yeah, we had to expect this because UConn is now the reigning champion. So UConn dominates Yale and takes over their territory. So UConn takes over the rest of Connecticut and are now moving. They're on the move. They have to be one of the favorites as they did win March Madness this year, but they haven't had many opportunities to play. This is one of them, and they win in incredible fashion. So let's spin again, and I don't know how long this episode will be, maybe like 15, 16 minutes. That's what I'm aiming for at least. Next up will be Texas. Okay, let's see who they'll be playing. We'll try to get it to around 95, somewhere in that area by the end of the day. And Texas will be going northwest. So let's see where that'll be. And we have a good game as two teams with a lot of territories. Texas and Texas A&M will be going at it. Let's see how this one will go. Let's see Texas versus Texas A&M. Texas is gonna win. That's a lot of land they're about to pick up. Texas takes over a huge amount of land. And now they're one of the biggest teams on the map. As you can see, this big spot of orange here. So if you look at the wheel here, you can now clearly see every team, which we weren't able to see a while ago. So we spin again. 97 teams remain. Texas A&M Corpus Christi. A lot of big things happening in Texas today. So let's spin the arrow again. So it goes northeast. Let's see who that will be. Texas A&M Corpus Christi. They'll be taking on Texas State, the Bobcats, who are right in between them and Texas. So if Corpus Christi wins this one, then we may be set up to have the matchup of the century in Texas versus Corpus Christi. That could be coming up, so be sure to stay, as it could happen in this video. So the only thing standing between that great matchup and us is this game, which Texas A&M Corpus Christi will win. But here's the crazy thing: Texas State was favored by 6 points. So we actually got a little lucky here. Texas A&M Corpus Christi will move on. So I'm very excited for this matchup. We'll have to see, maybe, but we might not get this matchup. But either way, we'll either get Texas TCU, Corpus Christi, Abilene Christian, Corpus Christi Hawaii. That would be very interesting. But let's continue on to the next matchup. 96 teams remain, and we spin again. All right. Still so many East Coast teams who have not played yet. Hopefully they get to play soon. But we'll have one of the major teams play right now, which will be Kansas. So we spin this now. It's gonna go southeast. Let's see who that'll be. Could be a very good matchup. And hold up, we've got one of the matchups of the whole series. Kansas versus Texas. I did measure. I thought there was a good chance it would be Oral Roberts, but it is not. It is Kansas versus Texas. Let's see. Kansas versus Texas. Oh, it was such a close game. Oh, man. Let's see. Can they give us a rundown? Maybe not. But, oh, my goodness. That was so close. Kansas will win by 3 points, though. Yikes. Texas is gone just like that. And I'll be honest, I was rooting for Texas to take it all the way if my team, North Carolina, gets out. But we have the smallest land ever, so I didn't think that was going to happen anytime soon. But Kansas takes out Texas. And just so you know, I measure which team they play based on where their logo is. So Kansas's logo is right here, so if they go straight south, they'll go Oral Roberts. So they will not be able to play Texas A&M Corpus Christi at the moment. But if either of the teams beat any of these two teams, then there'll be a way for them to take on each other. So let's see if that happens. But for now, let's move on to the next game. And 95 teams are left as we spin the wheel. Purdue will be going up next. So Purdue, and who they'll be taking on, it'll go, okay, it's gonna go southwest. So let's see who that'll be. So this was another close one. It could have been Indiana, which would arguably be a better matchup than what we've got. But instead, another great team they'll be taking on, though. Purdue versus Illinois. Let's get straight into it. So let's see. Purdue, Illinois. Oh, for real? Okay, Purdue is favored by 9. But instead, Illinois wins by 2 points. An incredibly close game. But Illinois wins by 2. Man. Illinois takes over Purdue's territory. And I don't know about you guys, but I am very excited to see if we can get an Illinois versus Indiana matchup, which is very likely. So just stay. This is almost over. This episode is, so just stay to the end of it. So I doubt we'll get it this episode, but maybe in the next couple of episodes we will get Indiana versus Illinois. But for now, let's get back to the wheel. Let's do 2 more matchups for today, and then I'll let you go on with your day. But just stick to the end so I can get retention, which will help me. Well, just help me get more watch time, which will help me get closer to getting monetized, which would be awesome. Also, be sure to subscribe, because subscribing is what I ultimately want. Because I'm not in this for money. I'm in it to show off to my friends. So, let's spin the arrow and going to the west. Yeah, no, the east, northeast. Let's see who that'll be. So it's gonna go to Charlotte here, which should be a very good game. I don't know. We'll have to see. So, Charlotte versus South Carolina. Oh my! Very close game. Charlotte was favored by a point, but instead South Carolina will win by a point. The Gamecocks move on and win by 1. So, the whole map, well, not the whole map, but this side of the map is starting to be taken over by black. The whole blackness of South Carolina takes over majority of North Carolina. And here's my little Tar Heels right here, just sitting there. They could be the next victim of South Carolina, but if we do play South Carolina, if we do play them, I think we have a very, very good shot of winning. Just me personally, no bias. Final matchup of the day. Let's see who it'll be. Let's end it off on a good one. Why don't we? Sienna. This might not be a good one, but we'll have to see. Spin the arrow. Okay, it's gonna go southwest. Let's see who that'll be. Hope we get a good matchup. Let's hope they play a good team. Okay, it's better than I thought. They'll play Dartmouth, which could be a very solid game, as Dartmouth has a lot of land. Sienna has not been able to play yet, so we will see if they can take down. Well, they dominated episode 1, if any of you OGs remember that. They absolutely dominated that map. That episode Dartmouth did. But Sienna wants all their land, and it can all end for Dartmouth right here. We'll have to see what happens. So, the final matchup of the day. Let's see who wants it. Oh, no shot! All of Dartmouth's hard work is now gone as Sienna wins by 2. As you can see here, the average score for Sienna, 69.3. Dartmouth, 69.3. So, an incredibly close game. But Sienna moves on. And Dartmouth, all their hard work they have an episode named after them, I believe. But they're gone now, and Sienna will take over their land. Sienna now is controlling all of New York. So that is going to be it for this episode. Let's just take a quick look at our current map. It's very difficult to zoom out on this thing. There, that's the best I can do. But look at the map. We're starting to get there. The series is almost over, thank the Lord. I cannot do it much longer. It takes so long to do. So if you are enjoying the series, be sure to hit the subscribe button, as something big is coming at 25 subscribers on my gaming channel. Be sure to go check that channel out. The link will be in the description. That's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.